You're ready to form your single member LLC in Delaware on your own, but you don't know where to start. This course is perfect in that I'll walk you through all the steps to form and maintain your Delaware LLC. In this course, I'll cover 8 steps in detail by creating a fictional LLC named Line B. It's an online clothing company run by one person, you. What will be covered is reserve your LLC name, get your business address, select a registered agent, certificate of formation, EIN, operating agreement, business bank account, annual franchise tax. You should learn how to start and run your remote business as a Delaware LLC. But before we dive in, let's cover what an LLC is, when you should begin to form one, the pros, the cons, all the good stuff. Step 1. Delaware LLC name search. I'll cover the example, Line B. In this section, you'll learn how to find your LLC name. Go to the General Information Name Search page. Enter your LLC name in the Entity Name box. Leave out the ending LLC and any punctuation. Capitalization does not matter. Leave the file number box blank. Click Search and browse through the list of existing Delaware businesses. If your LLC name does not appear in the search results or you see no record found, that means it's available for use. If your desired LLC name appears in the list exactly as you want, that means the LLC name is not available for use. Step 2. Choose a business address. In this section, you'll learn what business address doesn't work and which ones will work. We'll cover your options of P.O. Box, home address, virtual office, and virtual mailbox. Your business address cannot be a P.O. Box, so save yourself the headache and don't get that. So what can you use? You can use your home address, but you risk exposing your home for the world to see, and it might not be the option you want if you care about your privacy. A closer business address might be a virtual office for you instead of your home address. It's a hybrid between a physical office space and a remote address, but it is a bit expensive. So what is closer for you if you run a remote business and don't need the physical space? A virtual mailbox. A virtual mailbox allows you to manage your mail and packages online from any device. You'll get extra features along your virtual mailbox like check depositing to accomplish all you need online. The virtual mailbox for Line B LLC will be with Virtual Postmail. Now, how to get VPM as your virtual mailbox service. Go to virtualpostmail.com and check out more detail about VPM's Delaware location. And then head to the pricing page and choose a plan. As a remote business owner, a good plan is the business for you to start. You'll then head to the sign up page and go ahead and choose your mailbox number. Line B LLC as the name. And if you plan on getting personal mail, check that. Next, create your login information with user and password, plus create your security question and answer. And you'll have to fill out the Form 1583, which is a requirement. Step 3. Registered Agent. In this section, you'll learn the best option for a registered agent. What is a registered agent? A registered agent is a state requirement. Your registered agent will act as the official contact with the Secretary of State for your business. The state will send your company important compliance information and official correspondence through your registered agent. What are registered agent requirements? You're required to designate an in-state registered agent when you form your company, as well as maintaining a registered agent in the state in which you formed is an ongoing requirement. While exact requirements for registered agents vary, there are 3 rules that generally apply. First rule. The registered agent must be a resident individual or a domestic or qualified out-of-state corporation. Second rule. The registered agent's office must be a physical address in the state. This means that a P.O. Box does not qualify as an in-state address. Third rule. The registered agent must be available during normal business hours, Monday through Friday. Who can be your registered agent? As a pro, technically you can be your own registered agent, but if you decide to do this, there can be some serious downsides. Plus, if you aren't comfortable with legal and compliance processes, then you run a high risk of improper handling and correspondence. On top of that, you can't even go on vacation. Or if your job entails you to be in meetings all day or meeting with clients and being away from home, being your own registered agent is not ideal because you need to be available during business hours. Instead of risking being your own registered agent, using a service like Virtual Postmail can save you time and headache. Since we're using Virtual Postmail's virtual mailbox, i.e. business address already from the previous lesson, it comes with a free registered agent service that can be used here. The benefits of using Virtual Postmail's registered agent is that you'll get same-day delivery of your served legal documents and be able to use that address for privacy compared to when you use your home address, which is public. You also get to protect your privacy by using our address on public records, compared with yourself, friend, family, where they'll be using their own private addresses. What if you don't assign a registered agent? There are serious consequences if you do not assign and maintain your registered agent. The biggest downside is your business can be administratively dissolved in the state of its formation and affect the good standing of your business, which affects all aspects of running your business. You might also incur penalty fees and late fees. Step 4. Certificate of Formation. In this section, you'll learn how to fill out the Certificate of Formation and cover letter. Let's start by defining what a Certificate of Formation is. The Certificate of Formation is a required document needed to form your LLC in Delaware. It's basically a birth certificate for your newly created Delaware LLC. It contains information such as your company name, designated registered agent, how long your LLC will exist, normally perpetual, and the purpose of the business. It'll be dated and signed by an authorized person acting on behalf of the company. Your Certificate of Formation is the important part to get your new business going. To get your Certificate of Formation, head over to the Delaware State website and under Forms by Document Type, find New Entities, then choose Limited Liability Company Formation. Let's go over the steps on how to complete the Certificate of Formation. Start by downloading this form. Include your LLC name. Submit your LLC name exactly as you'd like your business to show in state records. The name must include the words Limited Liability Company or the abbreviation LLC. If you have a VPM Delaware mailbox address with us, you can use this as your registered agent for free. Every Delaware LLC must have an agent for service of process in the state. This cannot be a PO box. It must be a street address in Delaware. And lastly, the signature of an authorized person. This is any person or company who you authorize to file your Delaware Certificate of Formation. There are no required forms as long as you give that person consent in writing via email or allowing a company to sign on your behalf. In this example, it's Kevin Johnson. To submit your Certificate of Formation online, go to the Delaware State website and in the navigation, find the services and click here. Here you'll be able to submit electronic filings, and for Line B LLC, we will do this online. For document priority, let's pick normal processing. No expedited processing needed, which is a priority 1 to 4. The name for Line B LLC is Kevin Johnson. Address will be the business address from Virtual Postmail in the previous lesson that will be used here. Input the street, city, state, zip code, and email. Select document filing request. Corporation name is Line B LLC, and document type as Certificate of Formation. Because you're submitting this online, you do not need to submit a cover letter. Now, if you choose to mail your Certificate of Formation, you'll need to fill out the cover letter and include the Certificate of Formation form you just filled out. This service is for submission only. All business entity documents are reviewed by division staff to ensure compliance with Delaware law. The method of payment provided when submitting the filing will not be charged until the document has been deemed acceptable for filing by division staff. You may view the status of the request in your My eCorp account under Filings or Orders tab. Notifications will not be sent by email. However, if there is an issue with your request, you'll be contacted by a customer service representative. When you submit your Certificate of Formation, a cover letter will be created also, so you don't have to submit that. If you don't do this online, you'll have to fill out the cover letter and Certificate of Formation to mail in. Let's cover this option. Now to get your cover letter, which is a requirement along with your Certificate of Formation, you can navigate to the same location on the Delaware State website under Forms by Document Type and choose Filing and Certification Cover Memos. How to complete a cover letter. First, download this PDF and scroll down until you find this form. I'll walk you through filling in the cover letter. For company, firm, or individual's name, enter your name. Don't enter your LLC name here. So in this case, it's Kevin Johnson. Under Attention, leave this section blank. For return address, enter the street address where you'd like the LLC approval sent. Fill out your city, state, zip code, country, phone. We're using our VPM virtual mailbox address for this. And your fax is optional. For email address, if your fax is blank, you must enter an email address. For account number, leave it blank. Now scroll down to find the document filing request boxes. Under Name of Company, Entity, enter your LLC name as you have it on your certificate of formation. Here it's Line B LLC. For file number, leave this blank. Under reservation number, if you filed an LLC name reservation, you can enter your LLC's name reservation number. If you haven't reserved an LLC name, you can leave this blank. For type of document, enter certificate of formation. Now for a method of return. We're going to use regular mail. If you have a prepaid account with FedEx or UPS, you can check off the applicable box and enter your account number. Before sending this off, make sure you review the instructions. Instructions for mailing your certificate of formation and cover letter. Prepare payment. When filing by mail, you can pay by check or money order. Make it payable to Delaware Secretary of State. The filing fee is $90 and you'll pay extra for expedited processing. You have the option of mailing your documents. Mail your certificate of formation, cover letter, and check or money order to Delaware Division of Corporations, 401 Federal Street, Suite 4, Dover, Delaware, 19901. Step 5. EIN number. In this section, you'll learn how to file for your EIN online, or if you want to mail or fax instead, how to fill out the SS4. What is an EIN? The Employer Identification Number, also known as the Federal Employer Identification Number, or the Federal Tax Identification Number, is a unique 9-digit number assigned by the Internal Revenue Service to business entities operating in the United States for the purposes of identification. Think of it as your business's social security number. The cost to apply for an EIN is free on the IRS website. There are a few ways to apply, either online, mail-in form, or fax. I'll cover the best method, which is online, then go over the SS4 form if you want to mail or fax the form. EIN online filing can only be done if you have an EIN, ITIN, or SSN. If you do not have this, you will not be able to file this online and you must file via fax or mail. For line B, I'll be using my social, so online is my method. Go to the IRS website and navigate to the EIN page. Hit Apply Online Now. Read the important information and begin application. What type of legal structure is applying for an EIN? I'll select Limited Liability Company. Continuing on, review what an LLC is and what it is not. Now the details. The section Identity. Tell us more about the members of the LLC. For this, I will put 1, because as the owner, you'll be counted. And you will select Delaware as the state for business operations. Please confirm your selection. Review more about a single-member LLC. Why is the LLC requesting an EIN? Here you'll pick one reason that best describes why you are applying for an EIN. In this scenario, it's a new LLC. So I'll select Started a New Business since I am beginning a new business. The section Authenticate. Please tell us about the responsible party of the LLC. Fill out the blanks with your own information since you'll be the owner of the LLC. And select I am one of the owners, members, or managing members of this LLC. Again, because you're a single member LLC. The section Addresses. Where is the LLC physically located? Something to note is that you cannot use a PO box. You can use your home address if it's in Delaware, but remember that forming your LLC, it'll be listed publicly as your LLC's business address. For privacy protection, we're going to use our VPN virtual mailbox address for this. The section Details. Tell us about the LLC. Fill in the blanks with your legal name of your LLC and must match your articles of organization and what you registered your name under. Going to skip the trade name or DBA unless you have this. County, state in which you will file to operate your business. The LLC start date. Tell us more about the LLC. Select all that apply to your specific industry. Most of these cases I'll select no. What does your business or organization do? Select the industry that applies and describe what your business does best. For line B LLC, we'll select Retail. You will then be taken to this window. Select or specify what applies. For line B LLC, it's selling goods exclusively over the internet. How would you like to receive your EIN confirmation letter? We're going to select Receive Letter Online. Although I went through the online option, I'll cover if you don't have an ITIN or SSN too. Fill out the SS4 and pick to fax or mail it. A tip: fax is faster than mail. How to apply for your EIN by fax. Fax a completed SS4 application form to your state fax number. Next, let's go over how to fill out the SS4 form. The SS4 is for your mail and fax option for your EIN. For line 1, legal name of entity or individual for whom the EIN is being requested. Enter the legal name of the entity or individual applying for the EIN exactly as it appears on the Social Security card, charter, or other applicable legal document. This is required. For line 2, skip the trade name if it's the same as number 1. Line 3, leave this blank. It's not needed for an EIN for your LLC. Lines 4A to 4B, mailing address. Enter the mailing address for the entity's correspondence. We're using our VPM virtual mailbox address. Lines 5A to 5B, street address. Provide the entity's physical street address only if different from its mailing address shown on lines 4A to 4B. Don't enter a PO box number here. Line 6, county and state where the principal business is located. Enter the entity's primary physical location or address of your registered agent. For your VPM virtual mailbox, it's Newcastle, Delaware. Line 7A to 7B, name of responsible party. Enter the full name, first name, middle initial, last name if applicable. So in this case, it's Kevin Johnson. As a single member LLC, the EIN responsible party will be you. And SSN, ITIN, or EIN of the entity's responsible party. The EIN responsible party is a person that goes on file with the IRS when you apply for an EIN for your LLC. Think of the responsible party as the LLC's contact person, where the IRS will send your LLC's mail and correspondence to. For 8A, check yes. In 8B, since it's just you, put 1. In 8C, check yes as this is a domestic LLC. Line 9A, type of entity. We're going to select Other and specify it as pass-through. For line 10, select Start a Business. For box 11, put the date your business started. For us, it's December 1st, 2020. For box 12, closing month of accounting year is normally December. If no employees are expected, skip line 14 and 15. Line 16. Check the one box on line 16. You can match this with line 10. That best describes the principal activity of the business. You must check a box. For line B, LLC, it's retail, so I'll check that. For box 17, we're going to specify e-commerce. Use line 17 to describe the principal line of business in more detail. An entry is required in a few words because the IRS wants to know what you're selling or services you're offering. Line 18. Has the applicant entity shown on line 1 ever applied for and received an EIN? Since this is likely a newly formed entity, you'll select No. Finally, include your signature and the date. What is an operating agreement? In this section, you'll learn why an operating agreement is important and how to create an operating agreement. An operating agreement is a key legal document every LLC should put together to clearly outline the rules and regulations regarding ownership and structure, as well as the financial and operational layout of the company. Once all the members of the LLC have signed the operating agreement, it becomes official and binds all the signatories to its terms. Please note that no state requires you to file your operating agreement with the Secretary of State. Your operating agreement is an internal contract you will keep with your company records. Now that you know what an operating agreement is, to create yours, you can head over to Rocket Lawyer. That's a good source I like to use, so I'll cover it. Rocket Lawyer Operating Agreement. Go to the website Rocket Lawyer and create an account. It's free to sign up for creating our operating agreement. Please note this is just an example and should not be taken as legal advice. You should consult a lawyer if you have any specific questions or needs. Once you're on the dashboard, click on Make Documents. In the search bar, type LLC. You'll see all your options related to an LLC. Click on Single Member LLC Operating Agreement. Select your state from the drop-down. In this case, it's Delaware. And click Make Document. Enter your LLC name exactly as you registered it with a state. Choose the state that your LLC is being formed. In this case, it's Delaware. Although in your operating agreement it won't be public, it's best practice to use the business address you have on your certificate of formation. In this example, in the certificate of formation, it was a VPM address. This is the date when the LLC's operating agreement takes effect. Business purpose is a short description of what you'll be doing, and it can be 1 to 3 sentences, or you can skip. For line B LLC, we simply stated we'll sell goods online with clothing. Enter the name of one of the members. We're going to use Line B LLC's Kevin Johnson. This is often asking your asset contribution. In this case, it's cash only, my savings. If you want details, you can click Need help with this question. Input how much money you'll contribute to your LLC, or if you're unsure, you can skip. Next is your registered agent information. Note that the address cannot be a PO box. This should have been selected. In the previous section on getting a business address, we obtained a VPM mailbox address, which comes with free registered agent services, which we will use for Line B LLC. The name will be Virtual Post Solutions Inc. and the Delaware address. And again, this information should match what you have on your certificate of formation. For this example, it's a VPM registered agent. Will the LLC operate indefinitely, or will it end on a specific date? We're going to choose Operate Indefinitely with no expiration date. This is voting power for future members for your LLC structure. For this, let's match percentage and voting power. Member distribution of profits can be monthly, quarterly, semi-annual, or annual. To make this easy, I'll put annual. The two forms are manager-managed and member-managed LLCs. The member-managed LLC is a more common default because this means all owners are involved in decision-making day to day. As a single-member LLC, you are the owner. Select Yes if you want to have officers for your LLC. For now, No is what I'll select because I don't plan on it. The fiscal year will be the year that your LLC maintains its financial records. Often a safe bet is December, but will depend on your industry. If you have questions, you can ask an expert on the right. Is the LLC requesting corporate tax treatment from the IRS? If you plan on being taxed as a corporation by the IRS, click Yes. In this case, I'm going to click No. Final checkout. Then you can choose your plan. The free trial is enough, and cancellation information is here. Be sure to download and keep safely for your records, and update as needed. Okay, almost there. Opening your business bank account is a big one to do after forming your LLC. In this section, you'll learn why you need a separate business bank account and the elements to open your business bank account. It's important to have a separate business bank account. You want to keep your personal and business assets separate to avoid liability. Remember the advantages of an LLC from the beginning? You'll want a business bank account to maintain those advantages. For this lesson, I'm going to open a Chase business bank account because it's my preferred bank. And the most important part to take away from this is really the information and address solutions you'll need to open your business bank account, as it's pretty much the foundation anywhere you choose to open your bank. I'll open the Chase Business Complete Banking. This will be based on all your LLC information. I'm not a customer, so I'll go ahead and click No. Choose the LLC as your legal business structure. Since this is just one person as an owner, it'll be member managed. Ownership type, since it's just you, pick privately held. Again, just one person, so yes. And for this case, not owned by another business. This is the LLC information and documentation that will be needed to finish your business bank account. Line B LLC Business Bank Account. For the legal business name, let's put Line B, and suffix is LLC. Confirm this with a checkbox. There is no trade name or DBA, so click No. Pick your tax ID. In this case, use your EIN you got in Step 5. Now the physical address. It can be your home address. If you want to use this, go ahead. I'll mark No and use VPM's TrueLease address. PO boxes, virtual offices, or UPS addresses are not accepted. Email address, business phone number. Now the financials. Tax year or end date is often December. Choose where and when your business was established. And similar to your EIN, pick your business description for Line B LLC. It's an online retail store selling women's clothing. Here you'll be asked more details about Line B LLC. You'll be asked about your customers, and in the case of Line B LLC, it's individuals. Where will your business customers, services operate from? For now, it's US for Line B LLC. Source of funding. Basically where your money comes from for your business. US. Withdrawal, depositing, and electronic transfers, you can make your best bet. And for Line B LLC, it's new, so I'll pick none. The source of ongoing business funds for Line B LLC will be from business operations, customers, and a loan. For Line B LLC, there are times of flux, which are the holidays. This account will be for operating, payroll, and tax purposes. And the money that will be used to open this account will be cash, personal, and a grant. You'll then have to verify your ownership percentage. For Kevin Johnson, it's 100%, and then review and submit the application. How to file your LLC annual franchise tax. Please note that the annual franchise tax is due June 1st of each year following the calendar year in which the certificate of formation becomes effective. So if you form the LLC on March 1st of this year, then you don't need to file the annual franchise tax until June 1st of the next year. The annual tax is a flat fee of $300. In this section, you'll learn the due date to pay your annual franchise tax and how to submit your annual tax. Go to the State of Delaware website and navigate to Annual Report and Tax Instructions. We'll fill this out for Line B LLC. Enter your business file entity number. Next to the tax year that you want to pay franchise taxes for, click the link that says File Annual Report. Enter your EIN. Enter your principal place of business. Put your information under the Authorization section and agree to the terms and conditions and click Continue Filing. Review the information on the next page and proceed to pay if the information is correct. Penalties for filing late. LLCs that fail to pay or submit a late franchise tax payment owe a penalty fee of $200. An interest rate of 1.5% per month accrues on the tax and the penalty until the LLC pays what it owes. To summarize everything we've learned, you should now feel comfortable with how to find and register your LLC name, how to pick a business address, how to select your registered agent, how to file your certificate of formation, how to file your cover letter, how to get an EIN, how to create an operating agreement, how to open a business bank account, and how to file annual tax reports. You made it! There are all the steps you need to form your LLC yourself and start your business off on the right foot. I hope you enjoyed this course on how to form your Delaware LLC. For more courses, be sure to stay subscribed with your email.